mother calls the police on their adult child for no reason, and ain't nobody hit each other. It wasn't a fight between Majana and myself. It was because Majana was challenging me, and she was forcing me to be uncomfortable in my own household. Now she said, I'm over here sitting lonely, and my house is clean. My house is cozy. Listen, I'm okay. I worry about the people that's outside my door that gotta be in the eye of the world. See, I'm at home. I'm comfortable. She said, I don't want to be here. This is why I'm coming to social media. When I came to social media, I never mentioned what me, Majane, and Davion was going through. I never said anything specific. Davion came in my comments today, and she let the world know. I don't have to like her grandfather. I don't have to feel no type of way about him. He's nothing to me, right? That shouldn't have fucked with Davion. That shouldn't have made Davion feel any type of way, regardless to how I feel about her pawpaw. And let me just say this, because my daughters want to lie. I didn't put no money on this video because I'll do this motherfucker for free, because it's not about the money with this situation. What I'm going through with my daughters is a real life experience, right? And I don't want to take away, if I made my daughters feel any type of way, I probably made 1,000 mistakes as a mother. But like I said, I kept my children safe. Not one of my daughters can pull up here and say that they was fondled, they was raped, they was touched, they was sodomized, they was none of that shit, because I protected my children. I took care of my children. I think that I was able to do a great job with my children. Even where Majane think that she's strong with Kai, she's fallen short in a bunch of areas, right? But you know when she's going to find out where she fell short? When Kai becomes an adult, and tell her where she fell short, because as mothers, we all make motherfucking mistakes, right? But don't try to come here and act like I was just a very careless. I dated I had 5 relationships. Let me name them, you guys. Dave, Big Myron, Paris. Let me see. Dave, Big Myron, Paris, and Woody. 4 relationships, you guys. She said, all these men. I've been with 4 people in my life. Davion's daddy. Woody is the only person I never had kids with. Paris and Big Myron. Those are my 4 relationships, you guys. And I was with each of those people for 5+ years, right? And I'm not bragging on those relationships because they weren't good, right? I just wish that my daughter wouldn't have been so paying attention to stuff the way that she did. I wish that she would have just been a kid and lived her life, because I had Myron. Myron was 11 months under her, and certain things he didn't pay attention to the way that Majane did. But maybe it's a girl thing. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. But hold on. Let me see. I don't know what's going on with the chat, you guys. Okay, so let me see, Roz. I went through some of the same things with my kids in the past, and I gave it to God. Sharon, I'm giving it to God. I just had to come back because my oldest daughter called me a narcissist. She said that she has trauma from Dave chasing us. It wasn't us. We was all running, but it was Lager. And Lager called his mom a retarded bitch, and he was mad at her. It was between Dave and Allegra. It had nothing to do with me. Now, one man, Dave, Skater, Big Myron, none of them people have ever put their hands on me. None of those people have ever lifted a finger to touch me. Not one of them, you guys. And that's on my son. That's on my mother. And God could take the breath out of my body if I'm lying. Never. So Majanae's a liar when she talks about that, right? Now, Majane went to Vegas, in my opinion. She said it was for a job, to get housing that was a little cheaper, because in California it's high. But in my opinion, like I say, Majane, I don't even know if I want to say this. I don't even know. I know she said a lot of horrible things about me, but I really don't want you guys to know certain things about Majana because I'm embarrassed for her. You know, like I'm still mom, and it's embarrassing to me. So whatever the case that she went to Vegas, it wasn't because of me. But I know when we got to Vegas, I had to pay for her to move in her place. I paid for a lot of stuff with Majana. She didn't even have all the money. I drove her there in a U-Haul. And I paid the money that she was short for the place for her to move in, right? Now, if that's embarrassing to her, that's on her. It's the motherfucking truth, right? But anyway, and then Kai's father is there, and Majane doesn't want to be a single mom. So, Kai dad has to do what he has to do. Although I think he tried, let me not even say that. But anyway, Kai dad is there, so she can get the help from Kai dad or whatever, or make him do what he needs to do because she doesn't feel like she should have to raise her daughter alone. Which, all right, to each his own. I don't care. I don't have nothing to do with me. But far as, let me see, Roz, I don't blame you for keeping your house clean. Patrice, can't stand a nasty ass house, and your house looks nice and clean all the time. Patrice, but my daughter made me, listen, no mother. Listen, y'all think I just want to call the police on my kids? You know your hands got to be tied behind your motherfucking back for you to call the police on your kids. If I tell one of my kids to get the fuck out of my house, then they need to get the fuck out of my house, or they need to act right so I don't put them out of my house, right? But if I say get the fuck out and you tell me no, then I'm going to call the police and see if the police can make you leave my house. That's exactly how that went, you guys. Nothing more, nothing less. That's it. And anybody that hands are tied behind their back, that your kid is telling you that you're going to deal with some shit, and whether you like it or not, and they testing you, you're going to call the police too and see if you could do what you got to do. Now, she knew she was going to law school, and she knew that she wanted to have her law degree, and she knew that this is how she was going to take care of her daughter. How about pick up after yourself? How about if you know your problem is cleanliness, how about clean up? When I made the decision to even allow because it was a hard decision for me when she graduated law school to even let her live back here. She was supposed to get an apartment because me and Majane are fully aware that we can't live together. We argue and fight every single day. Nobody wants to live like that. But I felt bad for her because she couldn't find a place. So what did I do? As a kind, loving mother, I let her move in my house against my better interest. And if Davion could be honest, she would tell you guys that that's the God honest truth, because Davion did not even want Majane to live back here because she didn't want to hear the argument. Davion is very sensitive with arguments and stuff, so she didn't want to be in a hostile environment, right? But because that's my child, against my better interest, I let her come back here. And it was a nightmare until she got up and she took her ass to Vegas. And I didn't stop her from going to Vegas. I hated that she was moving so far, but it is what it is. Just get you a place. She's been in Vegas for a while now, and I've never come here to complain about her being in Vegas. I've actually come here and told you guys how I'm finna go visit my daughter in Vegas. That's it, right? So, when these people want to say you're a narcissist, you're a liar, you're this, you're that, you brought this. I came to the internet and told the world that I was having problems with my children. I never said what the problems was. I never said anything specific. They came here, Davion came here, and this is what Davion wanted to do. Because I still never said exactly what was going on. I actually came here and said that the left-siders sounded stupid, assuming and speculating about what the fuck we had going on. All they knew is that it's a problem. Now they have a lot of tea, right? Which I don't give a fuck, because I feel like I'm not the only one that go through shit with my motherfucking kids. I'm not the first, and I won't be the motherfucking last. That's just how my brain works. So I don't give a fuck about somebody saying, oh, you and your daughter relationship is, I don't give a fuck.